There's a specific kind of tiredness after 50 that sleep simply can't touch. You can spend 10 hours in bed or have the quietest weekend you have had in months and still wake up feeling like your energy never really came back. If that is you, you are not failing and you are not just getting old. It may be that your body and mind are asking for a different kind of recovery now. In this video, we are going to look at what your tiredness may actually be trying to tell you. Because feeling more tired after 50 can be confusing. You may be resting more than you used to. You may have a lot less demands than you once had. You may even look at your life and think, I should have more energy than this. But somehow, you still feel worn down, not always exhausted in a dramatic way. More like there is a heaviness in the background. You get through the day, but it takes more out of you. You sit down, but your mind doesn't fully settle. You sleep, but you do not always feel restored. And when this keeps happening, it is easy to blame yourself. So you wonder, am I just getting lazy? Have I lost my mojo? Why can't I just do stuff like I used to? But often, this kind of tiredness is not about laziness. It is about the kind of load you are carrying. Because energy is not only physical, it is mental, emotional, social, and sensory. You can be tired from doing too much, but you can also be tired from thinking too much, from worrying, from making decisions, from noise, from clutter, from difficult conversations, from being needed by other people, from holding feelings inside because you do not want to burden anyone. And this is why sleep don't always fix it. It might rest the body, but it does not always clear the mind. It does not always soften emotional strain, and it does not always quiet the pressure you have been carrying for years. Many people after 50 are not just tired from today. They are tired from decades of pushing through, years of being responsible, years of staying strong, years of saying, I'll rest later. And for a long time, you may have been able to keep going that way. Work needed you. Family needed you. Bills needed paying. People depended on you. There was always something that had to be done. But after 50, something often changes. Your body and mind can become less willing to live on constant demand. Things that used to feel manageable can start to feel heavier. A busy shop can feel more draining. A long conversation can take longer to recover from. A full calendar can feel overwhelming before it even starts. Even little jobs can feel like too much when your mind is already full. This don't mean you are weaker. It might mean you are becoming more aware of what drains you. And that awareness can be useful. At this stage of life, many people also notice their priorities changing. Peace matters more. Space matters more. Comfort matters more. Meaning matters more. You may have less patience for noise, pressure, drama, or rushing, not because you have become difficult, but because your system is asking for a calmer way to live. The problem is many people still judge themselves by old rules. They expect the same old stamina they had years ago, the same patience, the same ability to bounce back, the same tolerance for stress. So when their energy changes, they see it as a personal failure. And that makes the tiredness heavier, because now you are not only tired, you are disappointed in yourself for being tired. You are comparing today's energy with an earlier version of a younger you, and that comparison quietly drains even more from you. One of the biggest things that makes this worse is waiting too long to rest. Many people do not stop when they first feel tired. They stop only when they are completely drained out. By then, the body needs much more recovery. It is like waiting until your phone battery is on 1% before plugging it back in. Technically, you are charging it, but it takes longer to come back. Another thing that makes it worse is filling every quiet moment. You sit down but pick up your phone. You make a cup of tea but start planning the next task. You go to bed, but your mind reviews everything that happened that day. So your body might be still, but your mind is not really resting. This isn't a personal flaw. It is the habit of a life spent being alert, useful, and responsible. But after 50, your system may need more than physical rest. It may need less stimulation, less rushing, less noise, less pressure, and more of the moments where nothing is being asked of you. What helps is not forcing yourself back to become the person you used to be. It's learning how your energy works now, gently, honestly, and without shame. The first step is to ask a better question. Instead of only saying, why am I so tired? Ask, what kind of tired am I? Is this physical tiredness? Do you need sleep, food, water, movement, or a slower pace? Is this mental tiredness? Have you been making too many decisions or carrying too many details? Is this emotional tiredness? Have you been worrying, grieving, supporting others, or holding too much inside? Is this social tiredness? Have you had too much noise, too much conversation, or too many people needing something from you? This one question can change how you respond, because different tiredness needs different care. A nap may help physical tiredness, but it may not fix emotional overload. A quiet walk may help mental clutter, but it may not help if what you really need is a boundary. The second step is to build in recovery before you are empty. This does not have to be big. It might be 10 quiet minutes after lunch, a slower morning once a week, leaving a space between those little jobs, sitting without your phone for a bit, or coming home from a social event and not immediately starting another task. The point is to stop treating rest as something you only deserve when you crash out. Rest works better when it becomes part of your rhythm, not a rescue plan at the very end. The third step is to remove one small source of daily friction, not everything. Just one thing. Ask yourself, what drains me more than it needs to? Maybe it is checking the news too often. Maybe it is saying yes too quickly. Maybe it is too much clutter in one room. Maybe it is starting the day in a rush. Maybe it is having that same draining conversation over and over. Choose one small pressure point and make it easier. Prepare one thing the night before. Put something you use every day where it is easier to reach. Create one calmer corner in your home. Give yourself more space before answering a request. These changes may seem small, but small drains matter, and small relief matters as well. The fourth step is to stop measuring your worth by how much you get done. This can be hard, especially if you have spent much of your life being the capable one, the dependable one, the person who kept going. But you are not less valuable because you need more rest. You are not less capable because your pace has changed. You are not failing because your body asks for care. There is wisdom in adjusting. There is maturity in saying, this is what helps me now. Feeling more tired after 50 can be a signal, but it does not have to be a frightening one. Sometimes it is your body asking for better support. Sometimes it is your mind asking for less noise. Sometimes it is your heart asking for more space. And sometimes it is simply life telling you that the old way of pushing through everything no longer fits. That does not mean you are broken. It may mean you are being invited into a more honest way of living, a way that respects your energy instead of constantly spending it, a way that includes rest before resentment, quiet before overwhelm, care before collapse. So if you have been feeling more tired lately, try not to meet that tiredness with criticism. Meet it with curiosity. Ask what kind of tired it is. Give yourself recovery before you are running on empty. Remove one small drain from your day. And remember, needing more rest does not mean you are doing life wrong. It may simply mean your body and mind are asking you to listen in a new way. And when you begin to listen with kindness, life after 50 can start to feel a little less heavy and a little more manageable. If this helped you feel understood, you may want to subscribe to Well After 50 for more calm, practical videos about feeling clearer, steadier, and more at home in this stage of life.